Okay. If you can't see, 14 to 16 wins at the top, 9 to 13 wins second, 6 to 8, 3 to 5, 0 to 2. So basically, we're going to try to pick where I think each team is going to end up in the win total this particular season. Starting with the Pittsburgh Steelers. This is a difficult one, actually. Why? We're really starting with a tough one. Oh, man. Okay, last year they went 9-8. I think they're going to get better this year, but that division is tough. I think I put them at 9 to 10 wins in the 9 to 13 win range. I think they're going to compete for that division, but it's a tough division, so I could see them winning 8 games, but I don't know. Mike Tomlin is just too good. He's never had a losing record. I think it's hard to bet against that. I think I got them right there. The Los Angeles Chargers of San Diego up next here. This is another tough one. And not tough because I think they're going to be bad. It's tough because I want them to be, or I think they're going to be much better, but I don't know. Like, it's still the Chargers, right? And Seth would say the same thing. Still in the Chiefs division. I feel like 10 to 11 wins for the Chiefs. That's what I'm thinking. In the 9 to 13 range. I think if they win 9 games, they got to fire the entire coaching staff, maybe fire the GM. I don't know. Might have to clean house. But Chargers, yeah, I think they're going to be a pretty good team. Atlanta Falcons. How did the Atlanta Falcons do last year? I don't think they were very good. I feel like they can get 6 wins. They got a really good rushing game, but I don't know how good their defense is. I don't think they really even have a passing game to begin with, and we don't know how good Desmond Ridder is going to be. I think Desmond Ridder is probably going to be a middle quarterback. He'd have to be really bad for them to get less than 6 wins in my mind. So we'll see about it. But the Packers. Oh, the Packers. This is rough. This is a tough spot because the Packers with Jordan Love is the ultimate mystery box, and Matt LaFleur is not a bad coach. However, I think this is probably going to be one of the weaker Packer teams we've seen in a long time. I'm going to put them in the 6 to 8 win range. And I don't think they're going to win 6 games. I don't think they're going to be that bad. I think they probably win about 8 games. I think Jordan Love is about as good as Aaron Rodgers was last year, which is to say pretty average. And I think they won 8 games last year. And we'll see about the rest of their team. As it stands right now, I'm throwing them right there about the mid. Cleveland Browns. Oh, man, this is another tough one. Jeez, there's a lot of tough ones. With the Cleveland Browns, man, I guess I could see them winning 6 to 8 games. But in that division, man, it's rough. Honestly, I feel like they're going to be bad. I'm going to put them in the 3 to 5 wins. I mean, I'm not looking at these team schedules, by the way. I'm just basing on what I think about the team. I feel like the Cleveland Browns are not going to be good. I'm going to go with that. So then we move on to the Chicago Bears. Now, the Chicago Bears. Now, for some reason, I don't know what the reason is. For some reason, Chicago Bear fans think Justin Fields is the man. And I'm here to tell you, Justin Fields is not the man. In fact, he's the opposite of the man. He's bad. Bears are going to be 3 to 5 wins. They won 3 games, I think, last year. And I don't think they're really going to be all that improved. Maybe they win a couple extra games. There was a few games that they came pretty close. They came pretty close to beating the Lions last year, to be fair. But of course, Justin Fields sold that game. Who would have thought? But yeah, I'm going to put them in the 3 to 5 range. The Bills. The Bills are one of the better teams. Are they a 14 to 16 win team, though? See, this is the thing. That 14 to 16, that is spooky. That is a spooky thing to have to put on a team. Oh, man. That is... They're... Okay. I think Josh Allen comes back to reality this year. He had a bad year last year. I think Josh Allen is going to come back. I think they're going to be a 14. I think they could be the 1 seed in the AFC. How about that? How about that? I think they could be the 1 seed. The Philadelphia Eagles. So this is an interesting one because with the Eagles, yeah, Jalen Hurts coming off the MVP season. Well, he didn't win the MVP, but an MVP caliber season, and just lost the Super Bowl. Super Bowl slow. No, I don't see that division to me is so weak. I feel like they could be like a 14-win team. I feel like they could be one of the top teams in the NFC. I'm gonna throw the Eagles up there. The Ravens. Oh man, this is like please, this is no man's land. I mean, we're in a rough spot here with this AFC North. Lamar Jackson to me is the definition of inconsistent. I don't know what kind of Lamar Jackson I'm going to get, and he's not clutch in must-win situations. So he basically has to get ahead early, and if they're in a tough spot, he seems to crumble a lot. Honestly, I'll put them in the mid, in the top, in the really good teams. So, probably in that division, they probably win 10 games. I think they could make the playoffs. We'll see about where they land seating wise and all that. But now we get to the LA Rams. LA Rams, man, this is a tough. I mean, is it tough? They won like 3 games last year. Cooper Kupp is questionable. I don't think Stafford's going to be any better. Are they a 2-win team though? No. They're like a 3 to 5 win team. I think they're going to be pretty bad. I think they'll probably sell off. So if they're going to win games, it's going to be kind of early. But they're not going to win a whole lot of games. My Detroit Lions. I've been saying it since the end of the season last year. I think the Lions are going to win 12 games. 12-5 is what I'm thinking they're going to go. And they're going to win the division. They're going to win a home playoff game. So yeah, I got them winning 12 games. I think they're a good spot division-wise. I think they're the best team in that division. And I think they're one of the better teams in the NFC. They're not in the 14-win range necessarily. They're not at that point, I don't think. But I think they're certainly in the 12-win range. So, or the 9 to 13 win range. If they win 9 games this year, I'm going to be pissed. But I think they're anywhere between 10 to 13 wins is what I could see. That is, if you go anywhere beyond that, that is miracle at that point. Indianapolis Colts. This is a weird Colts logo. I've never seen that. Indianapolis Colts look, honestly, I think they're going to be terrible. I really do. I think they're going to be a 0 to 2 win team. It sucks because Anthony Richardson might be a specimen, but he might also just be really, really bad. So I don't know if you're going to get much of an in-between. I think they're going to be around there. The Buccaneers. I think the Buccaneers are going to take a step back. They don't have Tom Brady anymore. I think they're going to be a 3 to 5 win team. They're going to be messing around with Baker Mayfield and Kyle Trask. I think they're going to trade pieces away at the deadline. I think they're probably going to be a pretty bad team. New Orleans Saints, I got them probably in the middle. Derek Carr is not a terrible quarterback, and Alvin Kamara is going to be out a few weeks, but Jamal Williams is serviceable. But other than that, and they got Chris Olave, so I think they're going to be a serviceable team. I think it's going to be between the Saints and the Falcons as to who wins the NFC, what is it? NFC South? Yeah, the NFC South. So we'll see about that. The Vikings. I'm going to do it. I think the Vikings are going to be kind of mid this year. I think they're going to take a big step back. Their defense got worse. Their offense got worse. They lose by losing Thielen and Dalvin Cook. I think they're going to take a pretty decent step back, given the fact that they're losing players and they were incredibly lucky last year, winning a lot of one-score games where, statistically speaking, you don't typically win that many one-score games. So I'll take the Vikings going. I think they're on the upper echelon of this, to be fair. I think they're probably closer to an 8-win team than they are to a 6-win team. But, hey, man, we'll see just how good the Lions are because I think they're the best team in this division. If the Lions are really good, I think they're going to run away with this division. San Francisco 49ers is a weird one because they're in a pretty tough division. So I don't know if they're going to be like that team. Yeah, but so are the Bills. And I put the Bills up there. I'm keeping, wherever I put them, I'm keeping them. So I'm not going to move the Bills. For the Niners, though, I feel like the Niners are not going to be a 14-win team. It really depends on where Brock Purdy is. If Brock Purdy regresses, they could be as bad as a 9-win team. Given that they'll still have to play Seattle, I don't think they're going to be 9 wins though. I feel like they could definitely get to 10 wins and then go from there. Tennessee Titans. Tennessee Titans are going to be a bad team. They're not like the worst team ever, but they're going to be a bad team. I think they're going to win 3 to 5 games, and like I think 2 of them are going to be against the Colts, and the other 2 are going to be against the Texans. And other than that, I don't know what games this team is going to win because they are incredibly boring. Ryan Tannehill has not looked good. I don't know if Derrick Henry is going to be a Titan by the end of the year, and I don't know if Malik Willis or the mayonnaise slap. I don't remember the guy's name. I don't even remember the guy's name. The guy who eats mayo in his coffee. I don't know what his name is. I don't know if he's gonna be good, but yeah, got them in a 3 to 5 win. Patriots. I think this is finally the year that the bottom falls out of the Patriots. I think they're gonna be really, really bad. I think they're just so boring. Mac Jones is it's just not fun. It's just not fun being Mac Jones. And that team is just unimaginative. I don't know if Belichick has got it. But yeah, I just don't really feel great about the Patriots. Dolphins, though, team I do feel pretty good about. I think they're going to be a pretty solid team. I think they probably win 10 or 11 games this year. I think Tua, finally, if he can stay healthy, that team is threatening with Tyreek and Jalen Waddle and Gesicki. I think that's a very scary team offensively. Defensively, I don't really know. With Jalen Ramsey out until December, I think they could potentially be a late bloomer. But other than that, I think they look like they'd probably be a pretty good team. The Cowboys. The Cowboys. All right, look. I hate the Cowboys. And do I think the Cowboys are like a good team? No. Do I think the Cowboys are a bad team? Also no. I think they probably win about 9 games. I think they're in the lower echelon of this tier. They're like a 9-win. Maybe they sneak into the playoffs and then get destroyed. At worst, they win like 8 games or 7 games. And that's just a total disaster. That's like if Philly just runs away with the division. But their division is very bad. I don't know if the Giants are going to be for real. I don't know if the Commanders are going to be very real. And also they have the Redskins logo. I just noticed that. It's the Redskins logo. Well, whatever. Maybe they've returned to the Redskins. But yeah, I'm going to stick with Cowboys probably in the 9-win range. I just don't really like them generally. They don't inspire a lot of confidence given their playoff performance and given some of their regular season performances, honestly. The Giants, I think the Giants probably snap back into reality a little bit. I think the book is out. I think they're probably a middling team. I think they maybe win about 7 or 8 games this year. They're a pretty good team. I like Dayball, but I think this is the year they take a little bit of a step back and then they kind of realize what exactly they need in this team to get them over that hump. And then maybe next year they kind of, take that jump. The Jets. Oh, man, the Jets. Where do I want to put the Jets? See, my hater side wants me to put the Jets here. But knowing that the Patriots are going to be that bad, I got to put them a little higher. I think they probably win 10 games, maybe. I mean, anything is going to be better offensively than Zach Wilson for them. Even if Aaron Rodgers is bad or washed, he's probably better than Zach Wilson. I don't know, though. I really don't. The Commanders or Redskins. I think they're going to go. This is like a sign they're going to go back to the Redskins. I feel like the Redskins. This is rough. Are they a middle team? I don't know. I don't think so. I feel like this is going to be a big, unfortunate time for the Redskins. I think they probably win like 5 games. They don't really have a quarterback that I can trust. They have Jahad Johnson and Scary Terry, but that's about it. I don't know if their defense is going to finally take that step forward. I don't even know if Chase Young is going to be fully healthy. I can't really trust him. But moving on, we got the Jaguars. Jaguars, I think they're probably like the Lions. I think they're like a 12-win team. This is a team that's in a really bad division. I think they're going to absolutely run away with that division. I know every division game is tough. I know. but I think the Jaguars are one of the better teams. We got a lot of pretty high win total teams. We don't have a lot of mid teams. We have a lot of kind of bad teams and middle teams. But we've got a lot of 9 to 13 win teams, which is interesting. Texans, though, Texans are bad. Texans are very bad. CJ Stroud looks awful. He looked awful in the preseason. I never really had that much trust in him generally. Call it Ohio State quarterback syndrome, but I just don't believe in the Texans at this point. I think they could be. I think they're probably going to win. I don't know if they're going to win 3. That's the problem with this 0-2 and then the 3-5. Man, that's rough. You know what? Actually, I changed my mind. I'm going to put them in the 3-win total. I think they have to be improved, but it's not going to be because of CJ Stroud. I think it's going to be because of that defense. The defense is going to be a lot more solidified, but I still don't think they're going to be a very good team. The Panthers, I think. Panthers, I think, are probably going to be also a 3-5 win team. I think they probably win about 5 games potentially. If Bryce Young is for real, and he looked decently comfortable in that last preseason game, especially against the Lions, I think they could be a 3-5 win team. I think they could be a sneaky team that's like, you don't want to take them lightly, but you also, are not completely terrified of them. But yeah. Chiefs, however, I mean, it's still Patrick Mahomes. He's probably going to win 14 games, right? In that division with the Broncos and the Chargers and the Raiders, the only team that's really threatening them as far as I'm concerned is the Chargers. And if that's the only team that's threatening you, then you're probably in a pretty good spot. I think the Chiefs are going to be a really good team. Seattle Seahawks. This is an interesting one because I've been talking about that division. And given the fact that it's not a very tough division, yeah, okay. I think the Seahawks probably about a 10-win team. I would say that's, yeah. I think they're going to be similar to the Niners, but I think Geno Smith probably takes a step backward. I don't think he's nearly as productive. Although if he does take a big enough step backward, they could be in the 6 to 8 range. But that's where I have them right now. Cardinals, though, Cardinals are 0. They're not going to win a game. I'm convinced until they win a game, I'm convinced they're not winning a game. So that's where the Cardinals stand. Broncos, man, I just saw some post from, I think it was a post on Reddit from Twitter. And it was like something along the lines of like, Sean Payton getting mad at Russell Wilson for, being too nice or something. I was like, oh, this is terrible. This is going to be awful. Broncos are going to be very bad. I think they could win as much as 3 games, honestly. I think it is possible that they are just as bad and Sean Payton looks like a buffoon. So, yeah, I'm no trust in the Broncos. Team that I do trust, though, is the Bengals. I think the Bengals are going to be very, very good. It's a tough division. I already established that. You're going to have 2 teams, like I said, in the 9 to 13 win range. But I think Joe Burrow is going to really come alive this year. So, that is that. This is where I got in the 14 to 16 team range, 14 to 16 win range. Or I guess I should probably put 17. That would make sense because there are 17 games. In the 14 to 17 win range, I have the Bills, Eagles, Chiefs, and Bengals. In the 9 to 13 win range, I have the Steelers, Chargers, Ravens, Lions, Niners, Dolphins, Cowboys, Jets, Jaguars, and Seahawks. The 6 to 8 win range, I have the Falcons, Packers, Saints, Vikings, and Giants. The 3 to 5 win range, I have the Browns, Bears, Rams, Buccaneers, Titans, Patriots, Washington team, Commanders, I guess is what they still are now, the Texans, the Panthers, and the Broncos. And in the 0 to 2 win range, fighting for the right to take Caleb Williams, you have the Colts and the Cardinals. So I'm going to go ahead and save this on my own here. Hey there, what you just watched was actually a clip from a larger show that we do every Tuesday night. What are you doing Tuesday night? Go ahead and hit the subscribe button and the like button so that you don't miss out on any more of our weekly shows every single Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hope to see you there.